following contest is scheduled for one fall, making its way to the ring from Silsbee, Texas, weighing in at 418 pounds, the world's strongest man, Mark Henry.
Ladies and gentlemen, there are many ways to describe this man of late, but scary dominance will do the job just fine.
Yeah, you know, they say public speaking is people's #1 fear, but getting in the ring with Mark Henry has to be right up there.
And from Dublin, Ireland, weighing in at 272 pounds, the Celtic Warrior, Sheamus.
Sheamus may rue the day that he stood up to Mark Henry and threatened the world's strongest man's reign of terror.
Yeah, it's not every day you come across a guy who has put both Big Show and Kane on the shelf, but Mark Henry has done just that. And you can bet Sheamus has that fact bouncing around in the back of his head right now.
You know, King, you have to give Sheamus credit. The Celtic Warrior stepped up to fight Mark Henry when nobody else was willing to.
Oh, well, I certainly respect his bravery, but I also wonder if he knows exactly what he's gotten himself into. Mark Henry has become like a human wrecking ball, Cole.
Well, never before has Mark Henry been as dangerous as he is now. Wherever this behemoth of a man goes, destruction always seems to follow.
Knocked into the middle of next week. And here comes Mark Henry. Oh, too much.
King, here's a staggering statistic. This is only Mark Henry's second SummerSlam match. His first one came in 2008 when he lost to Matt Hardy via disqualification.
Wow, that is amazing. And if I remember correctly, that match back in 2008 only lasted about 30 seconds.
You're absolutely right, King. Using that math, it's safe to say that Sheamus has more SummerSlam experience than Mark Henry, despite debuting nearly a decade and a half after Henry.
And of course, with Sheamus losing to Randy Orton last year, both superstars are chasing their first ever SummerSlam win here tonight. Now, I hate to say it, Cole, but Mark Henry has turned into an absolute bully. There's no other way to put it.
I don't believe Mark Henry is a bully by any stretch of the imagination.
You don't?
Where I come from, a bully picks on people who are smaller than him. Mark Henry has not picked on people smaller than him. Case in point, Big Show, Kane, Kozlov. It's not like he's picking on puny guys. He's not picking on Rey Mysterio.
Well, in my eyes, Mark Henry has had guys down. He's had them beaten, but rather than end the match, he continues to hurt them. To me, that's a bully. And you have to wonder if Sheamus is strong enough to even get Mark Henry up into his Celtic cross if given the opportunity here.
I wouldn't put it past Sheamus. He has unbelievable strength, but for whatever reason, he can't.
He's still going, Cole. What guts!
Oh, what a counter. Man, no one gives a bear hug quite like Mark Henry.
In an exclusive interview with WWE.com earlier this week, Mark Henry said, quote, "I like breaking people's legs because it's not temporary pain. The pain lasts a long time."
Are you kidding me? Mark Henry really said that, Cole?
Yes.
Well, if you ask me, that's the statement of a bully.
Well, Mark Henry did break the legs of Big Show, Kane, and Kozlov, and Johnny Curtis would have been next in his SmackDown debut if it wasn't for Sheamus.
Look out! Headbutt! Well, of course, later on tonight, we have the historic main event featuring John Cena battling CM Punk to determine which superstar is the true, undisputed WWE champion.
And you're...
Look at this. Mark Henry going for that slam, but... Look out!
a throw kick by Sheamus.
Oh, and it knocked Mark Henry clear out through the ring onto the floor. Wait a minute. That is not what Sheamus wanted. How's Sheamus going to get Mark Henry back into the ring?
Yeah, major issue here for Sheamus.
Oh, brother. That bro kick landed. It hit its mark. No pun intended. But now getting Mark back into the ring is going to be a job.
That's 400+ pounds.
Oh, see if you can get him up there, Sheamus. And look at Mark Henry still with some life left in him.
Look at this, look at this, look at this. Front. Oh, Sheamus spine first to the post.
Oh, man. And
driving Sheamus through the barricade.
Did you see that, Cole? Mark Henry busted that entire barricade down with Sheamus' body.
Incredible. How do you stop Mark Henry? He's been a wrecking ball.
How does Sheamus survive what just happened to him? That may be it for Sheamus. I don't see how he can get back up and continue.
There's no way.
Is there any way possible for Sheamus to get back into the ring? How hard is it to hurt Mark Henry? I mean, you may daze him, you may stun him, but to hurt him like the way he hurts him?
And it's imperative he gets back in the ring right now.
8, 9.
Woo, a little showboating going on here.
He couldn't make it.
Mark Henry continues his domination with a big win over Sheamus.
Yeah, but you have to give Sheamus credit for stepping up. But there was just no stopping Mark Henry here tonight.
World Heavyweight Championship. The world's strongest man would best 19 other superstars in an over-the-top rope battle royal to become the #1 contender for Randy Orton's World Heavyweight Championship. This would set up a match at Night of Champions.
Mark Henry's unstable. He's dangerous. Unstable can be dangerous. Trust me, I know. I've been called unstable myself. Who or what exactly could ever stop Mark Henry? The answer is an RKO.
Ladies and gentlemen, it was September 22nd, 1996, 15 years almost to the day, that Mark Henry debuted in the WWE. His debut match was against the man sitting to my right, Jerry the King Lawler. King, did you know then that Mark Henry would be so dominant?
Let me tell you, Michael, once he hit me with a shoulder block that sent me through the ropes and outside the ring with my face up against the metal barrier, that's when I knew Mark Henry had big things in store for him.
There's been so much talk about Mark Henry and his devastation, especially to this man, Randy Orton. But the question is, have we all forgotten how dangerous the Viper really is?
Oh, Randy Orton is dangerous, all right. And I'm sure he's prepared for this match. But at this point, I think Mark Henry is the most dangerous man in all of WWE.
following contest is scheduled for one fall, and it is for the World Heavyweight Championship. Introducing first the challenger from Silsbee, Texas, weighing in at 418 pounds. He is the world's strongest man, Mark Henry. And from St. Louis, Missouri, weighing in at 245 pounds, he is the World Heavyweight Champion, Randy Orton.
Ladies and gentlemen, the World Heavyweight Championship as we know it has been a part of the WWE for nearly a decade, and some of the greatest of all time have held it.
We're talking Triple H, Shawn Michaels, Rey Mysterio, The Undertaker, Edge, Batista, the absolute best.
Randy Orton is going to have to use his quickness tonight. He won't be able to overpower Mark Henry in this one.
Yeah, and you have to wonder if Randy Orton can even physically execute his RKO or DDT off the rope against a man the size of Mark Henry.
Time will tell, King. One thing's for certain, though. Randy Orton always plays mind games. If he can put some doubt into Mark Henry's head, the Viper is going to have a great chance here tonight.
The kisser. Mark Henry's got him. There's a good reason that's called a backbreaker. It can snap your spine. And here comes Mark Henry. Oh, too much.
He almost took his head off with that lariat. This is Randy Orton's third reign as World Heavyweight Champion. Of course, his first came back at SummerSlam 2004 when he became the youngest World Heavyweight Champion.
Yeah, and sprinkled in between those reigns were an amazing 6 WWE Championships for Randy Orton. I don't think that anybody could deny that Randy Orton is a future Hall of Famer.
He gets out of trouble there. And again, the feet fly. Oh, what an elbow drop.
Quick reversal by Mark Henry.
Look out! Headbutt! You know, I thought it was telling to hear Mark Henry talk about his injuries and setbacks Friday night on SmackDown. In his words, he just didn't cut it. He wasn't ready to be champion.
Well, I think Mark Henry has put all that in the past. This is a new Mark Henry, and for the past 6 months, it's all been about the domination of the world's strongest man.
Oh, you're absolutely right, Cole. This is a new Mark Henry. It took him 15 years to get here, but now that he's arrived, there appears to be no stopping him. Well, this match has to be a bit of a culture shock for Randy Orton, who spent most of the summer battling Christian over the World Heavyweight Championship.
You would have to think that transitioning from a fast-paced aerial attack like that of Christian to ground and pound and power assault of Mark Henry would be jarring at first.
Well, you're right, but if anybody could make that adjustment, it's the Viper. Over the nearly 10 years, Randy Orton has taken on all comers in all shapes and sizes.
And he's also taken on the absolute best. Hulk Hogan, Triple H, and Undertaker immediately come to mind as classic Randy Orton opponents.
Mark Henry is not someone to sleep on. He's still not through.
Look out!
Mark Henry is more dangerous and reckless than ever before, and he's proving it right now against Randy Orton.
Oh, you're right. Mark Henry promised that he would induct Randy Orton into his Hall of Pain here tonight. And from the looks of it, he's looking to make good on that promise.
But at the same time, if anybody can stop Mark Henry, it's Randy Orton. And that RKO, as we've seen in the past, can come out of nowhere.
Watch the 400-pounder.
I don't know how much more damage he can take.
Now Mark Henry looking to attack from the top rope.
This guy's just getting worn out. Well, I give him credit. Randy Orton is the apex predator of the WWE. but he may have run into a bigger and stronger predator tonight in Mark Henry.
Hey, Mark Henry took out Big Show, he took out Kane, and he is physically dominant.
Man, there's no getting up from that.
Uh-oh, look at this. Trying to put him away. Will it be? 2. Kick out at 2. That was a near fall there.
These two guys destroyed the Cutting Edge program Friday night on SmackDown. It was absolute chaos that eventually ended in Mark Henry again getting the best of Randy Orton.
And of course, that beatdown by Mark Henry was just one of many attacks on Randy Orton by the world's strongest man in recent weeks.
You know what, Michael? Amazingly, it doesn't appear, though, that the beatings have negatively impacted the World Heavyweight Champion heading into this match. Is Mark Henry for this?
Playing mind games.
Yeah, a little intimidation there. Oof, man! Look at this! Mark Henry!
Oh my, what a move!
He sees it!
Henry delivering crippling punishment.
And will this be it? 2. And he manages to get the shoulder up.
Man, Mark Henry, what offense.
Did it. The world's strongest man is starting to get loose out there. He anticipated that move perfectly. Mark Henry is not someone to sleep on. Is this actually happening? Is the world's strongest man looking to fly again?
Uh-oh, trying to put him away.
Oh, what a devastating move by Mark Henry.
Boy, he is really tired now. That tank of his has to be reading empty.
It has to be, King. But I still don't see him giving up.
Oh, a resounding move by Mark Henry.
And he got him! Mark Henry's done it! We have a new champion!
Oh, my gosh. But look at this.
Here is your winner and the new World Heavyweight Champion, the world's strongest man, Mark Henry.
A 15-year wait is over for the world's strongest man, Mark Henry.
Does this mean, Michael, that we're all part of the Hall of Pain now?
Mark Henry celebrating because he's on top of the world. He's the World Heavyweight Champion.
Give me this microphone.
Uh-oh.
You didn't believe, did you? You didn't believe that I would be holding the most coveted prize in professional wrestling. Did you? Oh, and don't start cheering. Don't start cheering, because none of you believed it either. You're all doubters. You're all haters. I'd like to welcome all of you to the Hall of Pain. This is my moment, and I'm not sharing it with none of you. You don't deserve this. I'm gonna be the most dominant champion of all time. I'm taking on all comers. I ain't running from nobody. And I'm never, ever losing this title.
Boy, oh boy. Mark Henry has found his stride. Now nobody in the WWE is safe.